So you've left the convent for good?
Yes, madame.
And tell me how you're adapting to the outside world.
Very well, I think. I'm so excited to have my own bedroom.
She's naturally still very confused. I've told her to watch and learn and pay attention, and unless spoken to, she must be quiet. Yesterday, she was under the impression my shoemaker had come for dinner.
It was not that, madame. It was when he fell to his knee and caught hold of your foot.
You thought he was proposing marriage. Don't worry, my dear, you'll soon get used to it.
Madame,
Vicomte.
Pleasant surprise.
how delightful to see you.
Remember my daughter, Cecile?
Yes, indeed, but who would ever have thought she would flower so gracefully? I've been wanting to see you before leaving the city.
Oh, I'm not sure we can allow that. Why should you want to leave?
Oh, you know, the city in the summertime. Plus, it's high time I paid a visit on my old aunt. I've been neglecting her disgracefully.
Please give Madame de Rosemonde our warmest regards. She has also invited us to the chateau, but perhaps we will go later in the year.
I shall make a point of it, madame.
Well, I think it's time we go.
I'm used to being in bed by 9 at the convent.
So I should hope.
Goodbye, darling. Cecile.
Cecile?
Your aunt.
That's right.
What for? I thought she'd already made arrangements to leave you all of her money.
She has, but there are other considerations, you know. Family obligations, that sort of thing.
Do you know why I called you here this evening?
Well, I was hoping it was for the pleasure of my company.
I need you to carry out a heroic enterprise. Something for your memoirs.
I don't know when I'll ever find time to write my memoirs.
Oh. Well, then I'll write them. Do you remember when Gercourt left me and went with that fat mistress of yours?
Yes.
Yes, well, nobody's ever done that to me before, and neither to you, I presume.
No, actually, I was rather glad to be rid of her.
No, you weren't. One of Gercourt's boring topics of conversation was what exactly he would look for in a wife. What qualities, when the moment came for him, as he so-called put it, settled down.
Yes.
Yes. Well, now he has found the ideal candidate. He was always in favour of a convent education.
Cecile Volange.
Very good.
And her 60,000 a year. I don't suppose that was part of his calculations.
No. His priority, you see, is a guaranteed virtue.
I wonder whether I'm beginning to guess what it is you're intending to propose.
Gercourt is in Corsica until October. Now that should give you plenty of time.
You mean to,
She is a virgin.
Oh, you think so?
And he will come back from honeymoon to find himself the laughing stock.
Well.
Yes. Love and Revenge. Two of your favourites.
I can't.
What?
Well, you know how difficult I find it to disobey you, but really I can't.
Why not?
Well, it'd be too easy. She's seen nothing, she knows nothing. She's bound to be curious. Any of a dozen men could do it. I have my reputation to think of.
You're underestimating her. She's very pretty. And she has a rather promising air of... There's already somebody that has fallen for her. Young Danceny. He goes round to play duets with her.
And you think he'd like to try a little close harmony?
Yes. But he's as timid and inexperienced as she is. Couldn't rely on him, so it's just going to have to be you.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Oh. You really are going to refuse me, aren't you?
I can see I'm going to have to tell you everything.
Of course you are.
Well, this visit to the country to see my more or less immortal aunt. The fact of the matter is, it's the first step towards the most ambitious plan I've ever undertaken. You see, my aunt isn't alone at the moment. She has a young lady staying with her. Madame de Tourvel.
Yes.
Well, she's my plan.
You cannot mean it.
Why not? To seduce a woman famed for the strictness of her morals, her religious fervour, and the happiness of her marriage, what could possibly be more prestigious?
I cannot believe this. There is something very underlying about having a husband for a rival. It's humiliating if you fail and commonplace if you succeed. Where is he?
He's presiding over some labyrinthine case somewhere in Burgundy, I believe. I'm reliably informed it will go on for months.
I cannot believe this. Apart from anything else, she is such a frump. Cardigan up to her ears in case you might catch a square inch of flesh.
Clothes don't suit her.
How old is she?
22.
And she's been married.
2 years.
You know what? Even if you succeed, you'll only get from her what she gives her husband. I don't think you can hope for any actual pleasure. They never let themselves go, these people. Even if you make her heart beat faster, it won't be love, it'll be fear. How can you make such a fool of yourself over a complete non-entity?
Careful, you're talking about the woman at...
Yes?
I've set my heart on her. I haven't been so excited about anything since you and I were together.
Aha. Right. Are you going to give up this wonderful opportunity for revenge?
If I have to.
You don't have to. Not going to tell anybody about this bizarre aberration of yours.
I think I'm going to have to make you wait until I've had her before I'm going to let you insult her like that. And also, I don't agree with your theory about pleasure. You see, I've no intention of breaking down her prejudices. I want her to believe in morals and the happiness of marriage and not be able to stop herself. You see, I want passion. Not the sort of passion you and I know, which is as cold as it's superficial. That doesn't give me pleasure anymore. I want the excitement of watching her betray everything that's important to her. Surely you understand that. I thought betrayal was your favourite word.
No. I think cruelty has a far nobler ring to it.
You really are terrible. You're far worse than I'll ever be. Ever since we started this little mission, you've made far more converts than I have. You make me feel like an amateur.
And so you are. You might as well just be in love.
Well, if love is not being able to think about anyone else during the day or dream of anyone else at night, perhaps I am. That's why I've got to have her, to rescue myself from this ridiculous position.
Love is something you use, not something you fall into. It's like medicine. You use it as a lubricant to nature.
How's Belroche?
He's in love. Thought it might be time to end it with him last week. Tried to pick a quarrel, but he looked so woebegone he relented and spent the best night together we've ever had. Since then, of course, he's been more assiduous than ever. But I have been keeping him at arm's length just because I am so pleased with him. He hasn't learned that excess is something you reserve for people you're about to leave.
And you're not about to leave him?
No.
And is he currently your only lover?
Of course he is.
Well, I think you should take another. I think all this exclusivity is unhealthy.
You're not jealous, are you?
Of course I am. Belroche is totally undeserving.
But I thought he was one of your closest friends.
Exactly. So I know what I'm talking about. I think you should arrange an infidelity. With me, for example.
But I thought we decided to preserve our friendship and be able to trust each other implicitly.
Are you sure that wasn't just a device to heighten our pleasure?
You refuse to grant me a simple favor. And now you expect to be indulged?
Oh, it's only because it would be so easy. It wouldn't feel like a challenge. I have to follow my destiny. I have to be true to my profession.
Very well. Come back to me when you have succeeded with Madame de Duval, and I will offer you a reward.
You laugh?
But I shall require proof.
Of course.
Written proof.
Oh.
Non-negotiable.
I hope you find someone to help you with your little village.
Oh, yes. She is so lovely. If my morals were less austere, I'd take it upon myself.
You are an astonishing woman.
Thank you.
I only wish you had proper faith in my abilities and give me my reward in advance.
Good night.
Good night.